So, three-piece DNH, is it worth it? This is quite interesting because you kind of are entering the realm of missed bullets don't count towards DPS. See, typically with a pistol build, especially lately, you are using Regulus, which has a hell of a kick. Not quite as much as Liberty, but still a hell of a kick. And it's very difficult to land consecutive rapid fire shots. What you're typically doing is using the bulwark shield, lining up your shots, being patient, pulling the trigger, collecting the bonuses from using Memento, because that's what you typically use, as well as then utilising the buffs from Chain Killer, because again that's what you're typically using. You then move on to the next target, be patient, line up your shot. For this you do not need 3-piece DNH, but then overall DPS is low, but then that sort of setup doesn't require it because Regulus hits like a truck. So is 3-piece DNH worth it? Now if you are planning on using some sort of other pistol build, I would argue yes. The 20% stability and 20% accuracy is really nice, and even on something that has quite a hell of a kick like Regulus, the increase in stability and accuracy is really helpful and handy, but you lose quite a lot of overall impact on damage, and the way you need to build doesn't really allow you to do that. You end up sort of falling short, and you can get completely, utterly overwhelmed because you are relying on being close quarters or being quite squishy, and all you've got between you and certain death is that shield, of which you are obviously not going to have at tier 6 because you need some damage. This is where something like Memento comes in, also using the Technician class. Just using Memento and Technician class does give us a tier 3 shield, which is kind of handy, but it's also not entirely required depending on your accuracy, which this does actually help with, as well as the stability because of the kick. That being said, with a little bit of practice, you don't need it. As of making this video, well, the actual recording is about a week old now, I've basically faltered and been an idiot. But I have actually changed this build. I will be doing an updated video of what all the builds using 3 pieces were and what I have actually changed to get a little bit more benefit out of them, and if I actually enjoyed their 3-piece bonuses. Most of them have changed, there's only like 2 that haven't really. But doesn't really answer the question of 3-piece DNH, is it worth it? It is as a gateway pistol build. Obviously Punch Drunk along with using Regulus is going to be coming in handy here. You don't have to use Regulus, you can use Liberty, which will work just fine. You just don't get that very satisfying explosion that you see there. But overall, Liberty does work well. If you want to go for a little bit more tank and then overall DPS, the card TDI custom with the skill tier on it actually works really well because it's another skill tier, so you can actually build for a little bit more damage. And ta-da, you've actually probably got a stronger shield. And it does work quite well, in fact. The only thing that kind of goes against any pistol build is you don't really have any big answers to any serious threat. As you can see here, I am completely outmatched, overwhelmed, mostly due to bad positioning, but if I had an AR build there, probably could have gotten through it. So what am I using? Main weapons don't really matter. I'm using the ACS-12 and the Honey Badger, obviously Regulus as my pistol because it just hits that damn hard. The other weapons, they're mainly there just because they do pretty good burst or high DPS damage. For the mask, we are using Punch Drunk, weapon damage, headshot damage obviously, and then crit chance, and then crit chance again for the mod. Chain Killer to stack those headshots, and weapon damage, crit chance, headshot damage, crit chance again, trying to get as much crit chance in there as well. DNH holster with weapon damage, crit chance, headshot. Memento, we all know. For the gloves, damage to targets out of cover with Fox's Prayer. I have rolled them for a blue core and they've got crit chance on them. and gloves obviously, weapon damage, crit chance, headshot damage, DNH. So our 3 pieces are the mask, the holster and the gloves. Walker and Harris named chest, chain killer, and Fox's prayer for the damage to targets out of cover, rolled blue. Memento is really useful here because it gives us basically everything we kind of need. Increases our artificer hive, which helps keep our shield intact. But in the meantime, have fun, good luck, and don't die. It's bad for the health.